Good morning, Geek Nation.
I'm Drake the True Snake.
I'm Cain Martin.
And I just woke up. Morning.
Woo! What's up, Cake Drain Nation, and welcome back to I Just Woke Up. It's Monday, it's time to get the week started, it's time to kick off I Just Woke Up week. And you know what that means? It's time for some classy advice. Let's check it out. It's time once again for classy advice for the manly guy. Oh. Hello. And welcome back to Classy Advice for the Manly Guy. I'm your host, Cain Martin. And today's classy advice is smell good, gentlemen. How you smell to a woman is extremely important. It can make up for other things like lack of hair, lack of a six-pack. Remember to find a scent that complements your particular body type. Not all colognes smell good with all men. Getting your lady's opinion is extremely important, as how you smell to her is pretty much the entire point. And I want to emphasize the word cologne. If you are under the age of 13, Axe body spray is fine. Otherwise, fork out the extra cash, gentlemen. There are many varieties out there, and I'm sure there's one for you. Also, remember to change colognes periodically, as your body will get used to the particular scent, and you will need to change it up. This month's beard of the month is Santa Claus. That's right. Look at that long flowing beard. It's hard to match up to that. Remember to submit your beard pictures to Cake Drain Productions at gmail.com. Remember to post in the comments questions you would like answered here on Classy Advice for the Manly Guy, or advice that you have that you would like to show on Classy Advice. It's been a pleasure, gentlemen, and remember, stay classy. Movie Talk Monday with Cain. What's up, Cake Drain Nation? And welcome to Movie Talk Monday. Today we've got some super exciting news. As you know, we're all about horror here on Cake Drain. We love it. It's what united me and Drake and what made us want to start Cake Drain in the first place. Our shared love of horror movies. Specifically, the slasher subgenre. Now that mask wasn't for nothing, people. We've got new details involving the new Friday the 13th movie from Platinum Dunes. We've been excited ever since Platinum Dunes put out the remake slash reboot back in 2009. Now, while this Friday the 13th was a little excessive in my opinion on a lot of the more stereotypical aspects, it was still a really awesome modern interpretation of the Jason Voorhees story. This Friday the 13th movie featured a faster, leaner, more intelligent, and more realistic Jason than we've seen in the past. Now, a while back it was announced that they would be making a sequel and that it would be in 3D and all of that jazz, and so we've been waiting and waiting, and well, where's our Friday the 13th sequel? And, well, we're not getting a sequel. But what we're getting is even better. Platinum Dunes is producing a new Friday the 13th movie set in the 80s. That's right. I hope you guys are excited as us, because I think a big part of why modern day slashers don't always work is because they took the genre out of the period that made the genre awesome. We're going back to the 80s with the new Friday the 13th, but it's not a remake either. I think it's going to be more in the vein of things like Jason Goes to Hell, Jason X, Freddy vs. Jason, where they weren't really part of the original story, they kind of stood alone. Now, this movie, I mean, will probably be sort of a reboot, but like they said, it's not going to be a sequel and it's not going to be a remake. So we're scrapping origin stories and all of that crap. We're cutting the crap and getting down to the bare bones of what makes an awesome Friday the 13th movie. And I'm super, super excited about that. I'm really excited to see more of a nostalgic slasher movie that really accomplishes what the old ones did and revitalizes the genre for a new generation. And I think revitalizing something for a new generation doesn't necessarily mean, oh, well, we just make the same thing set in modern days. It's like, no. You go back and look at what made these originals awesome, and then you recreate that. You don't even have to set it in modern day. If anything, that's a mistake big time, and I think kind of ruins it, because sometimes these concepts aren't really as plausible or as interesting set in modern day. You know, where Jason and smartphones, to me, just don't mix. So I'm super excited. Another really awesome nugget of info concerning the Jason Friday the 13th reboot is Pamela Voorhees. That's right, Mama Voorhees is making an appearance in the new Friday the 13th. And not only that, she's going to be a big driving force. Now, there are speculations whether or not she will be there in a ghostly, more haunting form like she was in some of the older movies, or if she's going to actually be physically present and motivating them. But the quotes are more in the direction of an interaction, a more physical interaction between Jason and his mother. So we're super duper excited about that. Super excited. Now, a lot of people consider the genre of slasher movies outdated. It was popular back then, but it's not really popular now. There have been times whenever it kind of got revitalized briefly, like whenever Scream came out, this new kind of vein of ultramodern, self-aware slashers became popular, and whenever that faded, remakes became kind of popular, and that faded. And I think the reason why they didn't stay as long and didn't really return to their former glory, it was just kind of a little spike, was because they didn't capture really the essence of what made slasher movies great, fun movies to watch. And I think if this Friday the 13th is done right, and they really, really commit themselves to making a genuinely awesome slasher pick, it could potentially revitalize the entire genre and bring it back to the forefront, bring it back to mainstream cinema, and we could start seeing a lot of originals coming out in mainstream cinema, and even some old franchises be brought back to their former glory, you know, like Halloween and Friday the 13th, Nightmare on Elm Street and other things like that. I mean, we do have a confirmed Halloween movie coming out, but there's really not a lot of news on that. We do have a Scream television series coming out on MTV, and some other pseudo-slasher things that are coming out. But I think that this is a really good sign that Platinum Dunes is really committed to making a pure, awesome, old-school slasher film. And what better franchise to do that in than Friday the 13th, arguably the greatest slasher franchise of all time. So post in the comments what you guys think about the upcoming Friday the 13th movie, and what you think about other upcoming slasher projects, and just your thoughts in general on this. Also, remember to leave suggestions in the comments for future Movie Talk Mondays, top 10 lists, 5 Faves Fridays, and all other things of that sort. We love you guys' input. Alright, well that's it for us here on I Just Woke Up. It's been a pleasure, Cake Drain Nation. Peace out, see you tomorrow, and remember, Bruce!
My butler's gone, he went away.
Say bye-bye, Jason.